So thank you so much, Prabhu. So next, we would like to invite His Holiness Bhakti Vigna Vinasa Narsingha Maharaj to give his address to the graduates. Now, dear students, His Holiness was also your teacher for Unit 2, and Maharaj taught Sri Isopanishad. I know that all of you might have remembered how Maharaj kept all of you on your toes with Maharaj rapid round question. Maharaj was asking rapid round question and calling out names, and all the students were very much alert. So thank you so much, Maharaj, for making it a very lively session. Handing it over to you, Maharaj, to deliver your address. Hare Krishna.
Om Gyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chaksurunmilitanyena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane. Namaste Saraswati Devi Kauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So it was a little surprise to me when Chaga Chaitanya Prabhu contacted me and told me about the graduation of the Bhakti Sastri students, because it seems like such a long time ago when I taught them. I only played a very small part in their studies. As you heard, I taught the Sri Isopanishad. It's not a very big part of the course, but it was a great pleasure for me to go through that text with the Bhakti Sastri students. I found the students to be very cooperative and very eager to participate in the studies, and it was really a pleasure for me to teach them. Myself, I had studied Bhakti Sastri in 1980s in Vrindavan. At that time, teachers were people like Burijan Prabhu, Tamal Krishna Goswami, Danardara Swami. Sometimes Satsvarupa Maharaj would teach something like that. So it's, our education, it's a very important part of our development in Krishna consciousness. And we see around the world, all the governments of the world, they will make a big allocation for education. It's really an important aspect in government to make sure that all the citizens get a good education. So it's very nice to see that also in Malaysia, the managers of the different centers there, we have many centers there in Malaysia, that the managers are cooperative there, and they want to see more education going on, and they encourage the participation in all the courses. They encourage the students to take part in these courses. As Kripa Sindhu Prabhu said, not everyone can come to Mayapur. I had the opportunity of teaching part of the course when Kripa Sindhu Prabhu came here, and Shiva Chaitanya also came. Shantivartana Chaitanya Prabhu also came and studied here in Mayapur. It's very, very nice, but not everybody can do it. Not everyone has that opportunity to come and spend 4 months in Mayapur. But Krishna's arranged this special situation with the pandemic, and with the help of technology, we're able to have these courses online. And it's up to the students, it's up to the devotees themselves to take advantage and hear the classes and do the coursework. I know it's it's a big job to get the students together, to get them all hearing the classes and memorizing slokas and writing essays and then closed book tests, all the things which have to be done. There's a lot to be done. So we're very grateful for people like Jagat Chaitanya Prabhu, who is really a pioneer in the education field in ISKCON. Jagat Chaitanya Prabhu did a lot of work in the early years in ISKCON. If you look at some of the different charts which are there for the Bhagavad Gita, some different diagrams which have been made, they're made by Jagat Chaitanya Prabhu. So he did a lot of pioneering work in this field. And it's very nice that he's really on top of the thing and keeps it going. You need somebody to keep everybody encouraged, to keep them going on. Otherwise, what happens? People drop out. I was just talking this morning with one of our devotees from China, and they're doing Bhakti Sastri there. And he said in the beginning there were 70 people, now it's down to 40. And so, you know, it happens, people drop out, they can't keep up. Once a week, that's in China anyway, we have class once a week. Not everybody is able to give the time and to do the work which is required. And it does require work. It does require some effort on the part of the students. They have to write things, they have to memorize things. And they have to come to the classes and hear. That's really important. So we really appreciate the fact that so many students have completed the course from Malaysia. And today they're all graduating. Graduation is not the end of their studies, but we hope they will go on. Some will go on to be teachers, and some may go on to study more. We need more and more people to take up teaching. And of course, you can teach in your own language if you like. Tamil classes are there, and maybe even Malay classes can be done. A lot of Indonesian devotees are there. They like to hear Bahasa Malay. So some of the devotees from Malaysia, they know that language. They may like to give classes in that language. But that's how you learn. First you study, and then you teach. And the more you teach, the more you start to learn. And just studying the course one time, you can easily forget. So many things are there. But if you keep teaching it, then you'll learn it better and better. You'll become more and more familiar with it. And we do have other classes, other courses, like Bhakti Vaibhav is there. You can go on and study Srimad Bhagavatam. Some devotees also do that. That's also quite demanding to go through the first 6 cantos of the Srimad Bhagavatam. It takes quite a long time and quite a lot of work also. A lot of verses to be memorized and essays to be written. And then also closed book tests are there. But this is how we learn. We have to make the sacrifice. We want to learn. We have to be willing to do these things. And this is how we will remember Krishna. Remember, the goal is not just, to pass, but the goal is how much it's increased our remembrance of Krishna. We want to become more Krishna conscious. This is our real purpose in all of these activities, that it will help us to become a better devotee and to become more fixed in Krishna consciousness. If you wake up in the morning and you start chanting, Dehinosmin yata dehi koma, right? Or start chanting, Manmana bhava mad bhakto mad yajimam namaskaru. You start chanting some verses from the Bhagavad Gita, verses which you've memorized in the Bhakti Sastri. If you just spontaneously begin reciting these verses, then that means the Bhakti Sastri course has really been a success, right? It should be like that your remembrance of Krishna becomes more and more due to the taking part in this Bhakti Sastri course. It's important for us that just like the holy name is on our lips, we want also the words of Lord Krishna from the Bhagavad Gita are also going to be there on our lips. We have to be constantly thinking about Lord Krishna's teachings in the Bhagavad Gita. And of course, recently we've had the Gita Gyan or the essence of Bhagavad Gita courses there in Malaysia. And we also did these in other places like Thailand and Taiwan. And so these are all ways in which people have an opportunity to be introduced to the Bhagavad Gita. But the Bhakti Sastri course is a very powerful and very thorough presentation of the Bhagavad Gita. And it helps us to get a really good grasp of the Bhagavad Gita. So going through that Bhakti Sastri course is certainly very worthwhile and very important for all the devotees. I know His Holiness Jaipataka Swami Maharaj, he likes that before getting second initiation, the student should first do the Bhakti Sastri course. You want the second initiation, first do the Bhakti Sastri course. And that shows you've learned the basic philosophy. So this is very important. And so we're very glad that so many students from Malaysia took the time and the trouble to take this course. And I offer my humble obeisances and I offer my congratulations to all of you. And I pray that you will continue like this in your Krishna consciousness, to study Prabhupada's books more and to take the opportunity to participate in these different kinds of courses. So on behalf of my spiritual master, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, I thank you all very much. Srila Prabhupada ki, Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Maharaj, for the heartfelt message. We are also happy to share that some of our Bhakti Sastri graduates have become Gita Gyan teachers. And many of them have shared the same experience that this Bhakti Sastri course had really helped them. So, dear devotees, next. I'm sure that all of you fondly remember our first unit. Do you all remember? What was the first unit? Nectar of Devotion. And we were very privileged to have His Holiness Bhakti Brihad Bhagavata Swami Maharaj as your teacher. And this happened last April 2020. So Maharaj class is always filled with so much of nectar, so much of Srila Prabhupada's pastime, and such depth of spiritual insights. So Maharaj actually taught Unit 1, Nectar of Devotion, and also Unit 2, Nectar of Instruction. So unfortunately, His Holiness had actually traveled to Mumbai from Mauritius and currently under quarantine. And due to unavailability of good internet connection, His Holiness couldn't join us virtually this evening. Nevertheless, Maharaj love can't stop. Maharaj love and care for his students. Maharaj had sent a very beautiful graduation message for all of you. So let us watch the video now.
Hare Krishna. I'm happy to be with you all today on your graduation day for your Bhakti Sastri degree in association with the Mayapur Institute here in Kuala Lumpur. And we also want to thank Padmanayan Prabhu from the Mayapur Institute as the director to have nicely facilitated these studies through the Mayapur Institute here in Kuala Lumpur and for the rest of Malaysia in the future. And I was especially privileged to be in your nice association, all of the inverted commas students, but actually I was the biggest student by facilitating the deep study of the nectar of devotion and the nectar of instruction in your nice transcendental company. And Srila Prabhupada mentioned to His Grace Purijan Prabhu that learn something and teach others. So now that all of you have given your most valuable time to study Srila Prabhupada's books, which culminates in your being appreciated by being awarded the Bhakti Sastri degree, now you have to start teaching others, which is one of our prime ways of preaching and spreading Krishna consciousness also to new people. And Srila Prabhupada also emphasized something else in relation to not just studying the books, but also to distributing the books. But when one studies Srila Prabhupada's books, then the distributing the books enhances deeply in one's heart to give this knowledge to others. And here again, Srila Prabhupada said something to the effect that distributing my books will keep them happy, but studying my books or reading my books will keep them. So you have done the first part by reading and studying Srila Prabhupada's books, and now to keep you further happy, you can distribute Srila Prabhupada's books. And I hope in the near future to join you all again in Kuala Lumpur and for the rest of Malaysia, to visit you all, probably in the early new year, and I look forward again to your nice company. Hare Krishna, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, and all glories to the wonderful devotees in the Malaysian Yatra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So thank you so much, Maharaj. So far we have heard Narsingha Maharaj mentioning that all of you should become teachers and continue your studies. And His Holiness Bhakti Brihad Bhagavad Swami Maharaj also mentioned the same point again, that all of you should teach. And Maharaj adds, now you should distribute Srila Prabhupada's book. And we just keep that for the surprise, because we know that all of you have done a very wonderful seva during your Bhakti Sastri graduation, which we will show later on. I'm not going to reveal much on that. So thank you so much, Maharaj. It would be really a wonderful, pleasant surprise to have your physical association in the new year. That would certainly be a new year. So next, we are honored to have with us our dear His Grace Padmanayan Prabhu, the chairman of Mayapur Institute. And Padmanayan Prabhu had been really instrumental in kick-starting the Bhakti Sastri course here in Malaysia, together with our dear His Grace Tyaga Chaitanya Prabhu. So His Grace Padmanayan Prabhu taught all of us Unit 3, Bhagavad Gita, chapters 7 to 12. Sorry, Unit 4. Unit 4. And I'm sure that all of you will still remember all Prabhu's wonderful group discussions, team breakout, the breakout rooms, the wonderful innovation that Prabhu will make use of it to have wonderful group discussions. And we had such a wonderful interaction with Prabhu. And Prabhu said, these Malaysian devotees, they are so gentle, they're so kind. So His Grace Padmanayan Prabhu, the virtual stage is all yours. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Bande Gurun Isha Bhaktan, Isham Ishavatarakan, Tat Prakasham Shatat Sakti, Krishna Chaitanya Sangyakam. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyeva Cha Patitanang Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, congratulations. Today is a very happy moment for all of us. The day we have been awaiting for has arrived, and particularly I am very happy to be with all of you this evening. As in the beginning, our Patitapavan Chaitanya Prabhu, he mentioned that this was the desire of our founder Acharya. Prabhupada didn't want to establish an organization just based on people's sentiment. When the philosophy is not systematically taught, when the devotees don't learn the philosophy as it is, they turn to become sentimental. So Prabhupada, as a founder Acharya, he wanted to give solid foundation for his organization. Therefore, he spent many sleepless nights in translating these books, giving Bhaktivedanta purports. And today, Prabhupada's labor is bearing the fruit. We can see all over the world, devotees with all seriousness are studying Bhaktivedanta purports, and not only that, they are distributing it. Definitely, we can say that this pastime in ISKCON, I take the study of Bhaktivedanta purports by all ISKCON followers is a pastime with Srila Prabhupada. I feel that Krishna is in Vrindavan, right? And he always having pastime with his devotees. If we talk about Gaur Lila, when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in Navadip Dham, then his dear devotee, friend, cowherd boyfriend in Vrindavan, Shubal Sakha, he appeared in Bengal as Gauridas. So we are not going to discuss more detail, just to give you the punchline of the pastime. That why did I say study of Prabhupada's books are nothing but taking part in the pastime of Srila Prabhupada, even though Prabhupada is not personally present with us. Krishna has appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Gauridas, who is non-different from Subal Sakha elsewhere. And when they came together. And after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also left, giving Gauridas his deity form to worship. And we can see quite many times, see Gauridas Pandit, he would have the experience of joining with Krishna on the bank of Jamuna, herding the cow. And Krishna would reciprocate with him in the similar Vrindavan mood. I mean to say, even in unmanifest pastime. Currently, Prabhupada is having his Aprakat Lila. He is personally not present with us, but through his Bhaktivedanta purports, he is always available with us. Like Prabhupada says, Krishna Shakti Vinanahe Tara Pravartam. Without being sufficiently blessed by Krishna's mercy, one cannot distribute the message of Godhead. Similarly, we, without being sufficiently blessed by Srila Prabhupada, will not be able to distribute the message of Gauranga Mahaprabhu in a way it will be appealing to the modern audience. And Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, through his Bhaktivedanta purports, he has shown this, he has proven this fact to the rest of the world, that Bhaktivedanta purports are the guiding principle for next 10,000 years to come. And I can tell you from my personal realization, as I read Prabhupada's purport again and again, because I teach the same subject many times. And every time I teach, I read the purport again before I go to class. And I have seen it gives me new insight, to be honest with you. And you can explain in a different way, which is very, appreciated, which is very much appreciated by the students. So the point is that you have been studying Bhaktivedanta purports. That means you are in Prabhupada's pastime, and your mood is very much appreciated by Prabhupada, because Prabhupada wanted it. And he is watching today. I say, of course, this is a material example, but a lot of things to learn in this way. Our forefathers, after they leave their body, if they go to the Pitralok, and they are waiting when the son in the family going to offer pinda to them, right? That is their joy. What is joy for Prabhupada? Wherever Prabhupada may be, he is just waiting to see how successfully we are utilizing the Bhaktivedanta purports. That is the joy for Prabhupada. Many times, in many of his pastimes, we have heard, on those days, if Prabhupada visits a particular center, devotees, from nearby centers, they will also come and meet with Prabhupada. And Prabhupada would always ask them, he would ask, how are you, how is going on, temple, devotees are well taken care, their well-being. And definitely Prabhupada would make a point to know about how is book distribution going on. And not only that, after that he will say, so are you all studying my books? You should know that my books are for you, first of all. Prabhupada has given so much emphasis. So now you can imagine, we have started our journey in the direction. Prabhupada is very pleased. And how to confirm this? As His Holiness Bhakti Vighna Vinasa Nrsimha Maharaj, he pointed out, and I am also repeatedly being communicated by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, to spread this Bhakti Sastri, Bhakti Vaibhava, Bhakti Vedanta program. And especially his mood is, all my disciples would have Bhakti Sastri. Let me tell you the history behind why Guru Maharaj wanted everybody to have Bhakti Sastri degree before second initiation. As you know, before this system was, devotees have to read Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam to respond to a set of questions and submit the paper for the request to get Brahminical initiation. And after some time, Guru Maharaj could see that devotees are not doing the hard work of reading and writing the answers. They're just sometimes, copying from the previous devotees' book and then submit it, and they're not reading Prabhupada's books. So he became very upset, actually, literally. He said, one day he called me, he said, Padmanayan, we have to do something. I want, even including my Nama devotees, to go through this Bhakti Sastri. Even now also, every now and then, you can see in his lecture, he always keeps encouraging everybody. And he himself, to set the example, now he is studying Bhakti Vaibhava. Can you imagine why Guru Maharaj has to study Bhakti Vaibhava? Does he need a Bhakti Vaibhava degree? Huh? See, this is the mercy of an Acharya. Acharya means one who teaches by example. Is Acharya Pada. Huh? So he is doing his duty to teach us by his personal example. So my dear devotees, you have achieved this milestone today. It is definitely bringing pleasure to our Guru Maharaj. And by pleasing our Guru Maharaj, we are confident that we are able to please Srila Prabhupada. And as we started our journey, I would like to say a few words about how it started. When I was in Singapore, I went there because Singapore Prabhu was there, and of course Tyaga Chaitanya Prabhu was there, and we discussed, and then the step started. The preparation started. And I am, till today, I can tell you, I'm very, very happy with the cooperation that we have received from the management team of the entire Malaysia Yatra. His Grace Singeshwar Prabhu, of course, along with Kripasindhu Prabhu, they have been very, very supportive. And you know that unless there is a proper marriage between the devotees and the temple management, anything we do doesn't become successful. And when I started, working with Tyaga Chaitanya Prabhu, I could see a genuine Vaishnava quality in Prabhu, which has impressed me, I would say, which has intrigued me to work with Prabhu with full enthusiasm. When I was studying Bhakti Sastri, I would see, the name of Tyaga Chaitanya Prabhu, as Maharaj mentioned, Narsingha Maharaj mentioned, Bhakti Vinasa Narsingha Maharaj mentioned that all the charts are prepared by Tyaga Chaitanya Prabhu in early days. I used to think, oh, who is this devotee? Maybe one day I should meet with him, I need to learn a lot from him. And believe me, when I came in touch with Prabhu, I was thinking, wow, see, such a great opportunity for me. That long-awaited program has bear fruit today. That I am going to start serving with Tyaga Chaitanya Prabhu. And Tyaga Chaitanya Prabhu also, as you know, he has taken the lead Prabhu, along with Patitapavana Chaitanya Prabhu, they have taught 40% of the course. And you just imagine somebody sitting in Mayapur, far end corner of the world, and you all are studying in Malaysia. How much can I do without having an able helping hand to continue the program? Without the assistance of Tyaga Chaitanya Prabhu, Patitapavana Chaitanya Prabhu, and of course, our leaders, we would not be able to do this, the justice to this course. So, any success we can see today is because of the tireless input of Tyaga Chaitanya Prabhu and Patitapavana Chaitanya Prabhu. From core of my heart, I express my heartfelt gratitude to them for helping Mayapur Institute to begin this program, where our devotees have gained little taste for Prabhupada's purpose. Why I am saying this? You may ask me this question, like, you are sitting there, how do you know whether we have got the taste for it or not? Yes, the proof is, because from time to time, I keep in touch with Tyaga Chaitanya Prabhu to get an update about the entire program, how it is unfolding, how devotees are engaged in different activities. So the confirmation for me that you all have got some taste, because first of all, when during last Kartik, I heard how sincerely you all had participated in preparing the lamp, even though there was lockdown, and helped so many people, even including the school children, to offer a ghee lamp to Damodar. Who can do this without having a test? Anyway, going further, like when I heard in the 1st of February, you had started teaching 5 batches. Bhakti Sastri, Bhagavad Gita, right? Yes, the systematic, this 18 days Bhagavad Gita course. And it was taught by 5 of our students, right? And not only that, even till today, I am very proud to announce that 11 of our Bhakti Sastri graduates are engaged in teaching this 18-day Bhagavad Gita course. My dear devotee, is it not a sign of taste for Prabhupada's books? Unless you have taste for it, how can you give it to others? So this is a sign that definitely you have gained the taste for Prabhupada's books, and you are now enjoying it. You are distributing it. As Maharaj Bhakti or Bhagavat Maharaj, he said that you have to distribute it. Already you have started distributing it. So what is more mature? In other parts of the world, because we get students from different corners of the world in our course, in our class, and sometimes I hear that devotees having completed the Bhakti Sastri course, they started behaving in a different manner. What is that? Some of them say, oh, now I am Bhakti Sastri graduate, temple should call me just to give class in the temple. Now everybody should respect me, no? I have become senior. Sometimes I hear such kind of feedback from some leaders. Padmanabhan, what are you doing? Well, here is a sample I can see that devotees are very humble in Malaysia. As I was teaching, I could see from your active participation that you are really humble devotees. And now you have started, giving, and now my expectation is you should be more instrumental to help our leaders in Malaysia to further grow our movement. Pran ache jar sehetu prachar. My dear devotee, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Anyet tobhyam ajananto, anyet tobhyam upasate. Anyet tvevam ajananta. Others who do not have spiritual knowledge, they don't have knowledge about Krishna. But Sutvanyebhya, upon hearing about Krishna from others, they start worshipping Krishna. See, this is Krishna's instructions. Now, before you did not know who Krishna is, what is the significance of spiritual life, now you have completed Bhakti Sastri. Anyat tvevam ajananta. You didn't know before, but now you know. Then Sutvanyeva, you heard it from your guru, like His Holiness Bhakti Vigna Vinasa Nrsimha Swami, Bhagavat Maharaj, Tyaga Chaitanya Prabhu, Patita Pavan Chaitanya Prabhu. We all gave you this knowledge, and now you know how to worship Prabhupada, how to worship Krishna. So now it is your duty. You should go out and tell others about Krishna. As Maharaj said, when you teach, that will meet the perfection of your study. You become a perfect student when you become a teacher. I can share you with my personal realization. You see, you will have always lot of other duties to perform. You may have some responsibility in the temple. You may have some obligation for the society. Of course, as a grahastha, you have a lot to do for your family members, the society you live. Nevertheless, never forget to continue with your responsibility to distribute this to others. When you take the challenge to study in the midst of your busy schedule and then go out to teach others, that is where you feel the joy that now I have learned something, I am able to share it with others. Never feel lazy. Always remain enthusiastic, as Rupa Goswami says, Utsaha Nishchaya Dharya Tat Tat Karma Pravartana. Always be filled with enthusiasm and with great determination. Never lose your patience. After all, we are dealing with the conditioned souls. Sometimes our conditioned nature will pull us down. Sometimes we'll feel down by seeing how other conditioned souls are reacting to certain things, but never feel disappointed with the situations. You continue, and you will see there's a lot to do for ourselves and a lot to do for others. Just before I conclude, I would like to kind of say a few words about what Mayapur Institute is currently planning and we are doing. Right now, our mood is not to just teach only adults. Of course, throughout the world, so many devotees have taken initiative and they're developing this adult education. Now in Mayapur Institute, we have started a program for children. Now we want to teach Srimad Bhagavatam to our children in a very systematic manner. That is called Vala Bhagavatam. This course has been advertised, and we have started taking registration from all over the world. So far, around 40 students have already registered from all countries around the world. And we have prepared a curriculum, just like children go to school, they have a study book, which has got study material, and then they have some questions to appear on the test, so that at the end of the lesson, they know that I have learned something. So my dear devotees, try to imagine our children. I consider a child who is born to our movement is not a child of that particular parent, because this child is born in our Krishna consciousness movement, Prabhupada's family. He is a Prabhupada family man. And it is the responsibility of every single leader in ISKCON to ensure that baby is getting Krishna conscious education in a very systematic manner. Otherwise, we have failed in our attempt. We are not able to bring pleasure to our founder Acharya A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. He has given his whole life for this mission. What are we doing? We cannot go back and sleep. When whole world, the other religious groups, they are always from the childhood, they are training their children in their philosophy of religion. Why are you sleeping? No, let us take a wake up call. So here is a way that Mayapur Institute is ready to support the whole world children to study Srimad Bhagavatam. Never think Bhagavatam is a very tough subject. It is only meant for the adults. They can only study. No, I can tell you, just wait until 16th. You can also see our curriculum. It's coming up. So not only that, we are also kind of, we have started program to teach Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's curriculum. Because this is a kind of, graduation ceremony, you should know all about the education program, what is going on. What is it there for you next? I mean to say, you can spend the rest of your life studying, and the day we close our eyes, we are there in Goloka Vrindavan. So that is the preparation of this study program. So we have started in the meantime teaching Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's curriculum. For your information, you should know the entire Vedic texts have been divided into 10 different compartments by Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And he has given a very detailed program, what books to be studied under which section. I mean to say there's a lot to do. So don't think that now I have completed Bhakti Sastri, I am too old, maybe I don't know whether I should go for Bhakti Vaibhava or not. Never think like that. Prabhupada started this moment at the age of 70. So wake up. Go for Bhakti Vaibhava, then Bhakti Vedanta, and then again anything more you want. We are there. We are there to train your child as well. I want you all to be systematically trained under Mayapur Institute to be a teacher to teach this program for the children, because that is our next hope, that we want to establish this in such a way that after maybe 10 or 20 generations, our child should be able to tell to the whole world, look, I am born to Prabhupada family and I know what is Gaudiya Vaishnava Siddhanta. That we want to hear from our children after even 20 or 50 generations. So this Bhakti Sastri program has laid the foundation in Malaysia. And I would say, let us take it to our heart, make our own program, plan, so that we can give the best to Srila Prabhupada and our Guru Maharaj. At the end, I would like to pray to Lord Nrsimhadev from Mayapur. Let Lord Nrsimhadev be merciful and protect all of you in your Krishna conscious journey for the rest of your life. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you so much, His Grace Padmanayan Prabhu, for your wonderful prayers and your inspirational sharing with all the students. So Prabhu had actually shared a lot of wonderful points. Prabhu also did mention about the roadmap on how all of us should actually continue. So Bhakti Vaibhava it is. Everyone's laughing. I don't know what that means. Everyone wearing a mask, a happy laugh or sad laugh. So let's assume that it's a joyful laugh. And quite interestingly enough, His Grace Padmanayan Prabhu mentioned on this particular point, which actually is very much striking. A lot of points that Prabhu mentioned was, of course, everything was striking, but one particular was quite striking because Prabhu spoke on the importance of studying Bhakti Vedanta purport. And I don't know how Prabhu read our organizer's mind, because the next video, we have a very powerful message from our founder Acharya, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So would you like to hear from Prabhupada? I don't hear you. Yes. Okay. Padmanetra Prabhu, can we have the video on? Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Do you read? If you don't read, then you'll feel restless. Let me go from Japan to India, from India to Japan. You are restless because you don't read. I am laboring so hard for you, but you don't take advantage. Don't take advantage of eating and sleeping. Take advantage of these books. Then your life will be successful. My duty I am giving so valuable things, day and night, trying to convince you, each word to word. And if you don't take advantage of this, then what can I do for you?
Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
So did you actually manage to hear Srila Prabhupada's choking voice? Now, how much Srila Prabhupada has actually worked so hard for the benefit of the entire world. And if we don't read, but of course, the whole reason why we're showing this video is all of you have taken one step ahead to study Srila Prabhupada's book systematically. And just like how Narsingha Maharaj mentioned, Bhakti Viknavan Narsingha Maharaj mentioned, and also Bhakti Barhat Bhagavad Swami Maharaj mentioned, and Padmanabhan Prabhu mentioned, that this act of yours, of studying Srila Prabhupada's book systematically, will please Srila Prabhupada. So a huge thank you to all of you. And as a token of appreciation, the organizers, we have something in line for all of you. So there's a pleasant surprise for all of you. So we have a wonderful video presentation put together by our dear Gokul Damodar Prabhu. We did a wonderful video. So all of you are the actors and actresses in this video. So let us all sit back and enjoy the lovely presentation. Hare Krishna.
अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। पञ्चाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृन्द। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
9-15 sounds like this. Nana ya nena japyanye ya janto mamupasate ekatvena prataktvena bahuda visvato mukam.
Lord Krishna enlightens the confused Arjuna by saying that, "O Arjuna, this material body is very temporary, but the spirit soul inside the body is eternal."
By fulfilling the order of our spiritual master, we not only please our spiritual master, we also please Krishna.
We should always with firm determination that Krishna is the supreme, we should worship him.
Srila Prabhupada, the most glorious spiritual master, has gave the whole Guru Parampara system.
The Lord has promised that when one who is in pure Krishna consciousness will certainly return back to Godhead.
As the embodied soul continuously passes in this body from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. A sober person is not bewildered by such a change.
Qualitatively, we are one with the Lord. Quantitatively, we are different with the Lord.
Krishna, by his merciful protection, will guide the devotee in such a way that the devotee will eventually attain him, and the devotee will not fall down again to this material world.
You chant, uphold your promises with utmost sincerity and devotion, you would slowly lose anger.
The Lord, also being all merciful, is giving us a lot of opportunity for us to constantly remember about Him.
Self-realization means knowing our identity as the soul and not this body. The soul, we are part and parcel of Krishna.
If we have managed to perform only 1% of work in Krishna consciousness, it bears a permanent results. You will continue with the 2% in your next beginning.
We should not fear or worry for anything and simply surrender to Lord Krishna with full faith, as he has already promised in this verse.
So Krishna is giving you so many other opportunities, method, or ways to do seva, so that they can attain the perfect stage.
We should always chastise our mind when it is tried to indulge in sense gratifications and bring it back with the strength of the holy name of the Lord.
Those devotees in the Bhakti Yoga, through their devotion service, can fully understand Krishna.
Krishna telling Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya. There is two Yada. First Yada referred to whenever and second Yada referred to wherever.
How important for us to eat prasadam. It is important for us to have the right consciousness in our food, as that will help in our spiritual advancement.
The soul cannot be cut by any weapons. The soul cannot be burned by fire. The soul cannot be withered by the wind, cannot be moistened by water, cannot be slain, cannot even be measured.
It has been 15 wonderful months of knowledge. In fact, I would say thanks to the facilitators for making this course a wonderful experience of study. In fact, we had a great experience doing classes online due to the MCO.
My gratitude to Sri Jagannath Mandir Kuala Lumpur for arranging this Bhakti Sastri course, especially His Grace Tyaga Chaitanya Prabhu for taking special care to all students of Bhakti Sastri in learning about Bhakti and to become good preachers of the philosophy of Krishna consciousness.
During these months, my life seems automatically structured in terms of balancing study, family and work. A sense of discipline develops in everyday routine.
I joined this program through the great expert panelists of facilitators like Bhakti Brihad Bhagavata Swami, Bhakti Vigna Vinash Narsinga Swami, Padmanayan Prabhu, Tyaga Chaitanya Prabhu and Pratita Pavan Prabhu. I was able to see the knowledge in the shades of Bhakti.
My understanding and learning of this subject is like the chicken feeding on grains.
I wanted to read Srila Prabhupada's book in a very systematic way. Indeed, I was able to achieve my very first objective through this program.
Actually, my conviction in the faith has increased. That means the place I am right now is the most safest place in the entire creation.
My intention was joining Bhakti Sastri was just to understand Bhagavad Gita, because I tried on my own and I didn't understand. Now I understand Bhagavad Gita.
So actually it's very nice to discuss together and study together. I, as a mother, I was really very happy because I can do that with my children. I took the Bhakti Sastri to support them.
Most importantly, I find that I'm very thankful to Prabhupada and his books. Every time you read it, you'll be thinking how come this little man can write such powerful words on so many books.
Suranga Prabhu also really teaches how to do the presentation. He was just like a father to us. He guided all of us in the group. That was really I really appreciate him. Cooperation was there to all of us.
So I always wanted to do Bhakti Sastri, but then the courses were given only in Mayapur. But I was so happy when Jagannath Mandir took over, organized the Bhakti Sastri, and I was very happy to hear that Tyaga Chaitanya Prabhu is conducting the classes.
Okay, basically I took up this Bhakti Sastri because I really want to understand the Gita better, to help in my classes, the children classes, everything, and to increase my knowledge.
I also want to show example for my kids. By right now they are very young. They are doing best part in their age, but still I want them to do more and more.
I'm actually very glad I joined, and it's a very systematic study of Bhagavad Gita. So it's given me the essence so nicely, the important slokas.
கீதா கியான்ல எனக்கு ஒரு பெரிய ஒரு ஹெல்ப்பா இந்த பக்தி சாஸ்திரி இருக்குது. ஸோ அதை வச்சு அந்த பாயிண்ட்லாம் எடுத்து தான் அந்த பகவத்கீதை கிளாஸே நான் கொடுக்குறேன்.
Okay, for my realization is actually I always wanted to read Prabhupada books, but I find no time. And after take up this Bhakti Sastri course, I can feel how much Prabhupada struggle to spread Krishna consciousness. So I will take effort to read more Prabhupada book, and I will distribute Prabhupada book to others.
To transcend the modes, we must take up literature, reading literature.
I would like to thank Sri Jagannath Mandir Kuala Lumpur and the entire Bhakti Sastri admin team for organizing such a wonderful and successful Bhakti Sastri program in Malaysia. Thank you very much. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. All glory to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. It is very, very enlivening to see how you all are not only studying Bhagavad Gita to inculcate the value in your personal cultivation of Krishna consciousness, rather you are giving your time to distribute this book, and thereby you are making many others to inculcate the value from Prabhupada's purports. Definitely, Prabhupada is very pleased with your endeavor. Today is the disappearance day of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur used to say that anyone can read for Krishna conscious literature and learn the philosophy, but the secret of realizing the philosophy in life is doing some service. So then he continues speaking that there are so many philosophers who knows philosophy quite well, but they have not got the mercy of the Supreme Lord because they don't engage themselves in the service of the Lord. So on this auspicious occasion of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur disappearance, I could see that you Bhakti Sastri students not only studying Bhagavad Gita, rather you are not only studying Bhakti Sastras, rather you are distributing it to others, means you are also doing some service for our parampara. I could see that Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada and all our acharyas are very pleased with you. May on this auspicious occasion of disappearance day of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur bless you all with the mood to study, to learn Krishna conscious philosophy thoroughly, and also commit yourself further in the practical service for the pleasure of Guru and Gauranga. May your journey in Bhakti Sastri be blissful, and may Gauranga bless you. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. So, how was the video? Did you enjoy watching the video? So, I would like to just take this opportunity and to express special thanks to His Grace Tyaga Chaitanya Prabhu, because Prabhu came up with this wonderful idea of engaging all the students in practical service. And therefore, you are able to see the number of ghee lamps of Purushottam month for Kartik month for the year 2020 and also 2021, and also book distribution. So isn't that amazing? Hope all of you had a wonderful time. I can't hear any Haribols. Haribol. Thank you so much. So dear Bhakti Sastri students, we are truly honored and privileged to have the presence of another guest of honor, His Holiness Jaya Pataka Swami Guru Maharaj, co-GBC of ISKCON Malaysia and member of Governing Body Commission of ISKCON. So we would like to invite the Bhakti Sastri team to garland and welcome Srila Guru Maharaj. So we have His Grace Singheshwar Prabhu to garland Srila Guru Maharaj. next, the Bhakti Sastri team. We also have this offering of love from Bhakti Sastri student representative. So we have His Grace Ram Gopinath Prabhu and his good wife, Sundari Gopi Mataji, on behalf of all the Bhakti Sastri students. So thank you so much, Srila Guru Maharaj, for embracing our first ever Bhakti Sastri graduation ceremony. So now we would like to welcome Srila Guru Maharaj to take the darshan of the deities. So first we'll have the darshan of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. So Srila Prabhupada is looking majestic as usual. And next we will be moving on to the darshan of Sri Sri Nitai Sundar Gaura Hari Ki. Their lordships are looking majestic. Moving on to Sri Sri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Mai Ki. And finally we'll have the darshan of Sri Sri Radha Shyama Sundar Ki. Hare Krishna. So dear Srila Guru Maharaj, we will be replaying a short video message from Srila Prabhupada for your viewing pleasure. Padmanita Prabhu.
Do you read? If you don't read, then you'll feel restless. Let me go from Japan to India, from India to Japan. You are restless because you don't read. I am laboring so hard for you, but you don't take advantage. Don't take advantage of eating and sleeping. Take advantage of these books. Then your life will be successful. My duty I am giving so valuable things, day and night, trying to convince you, each word to word. And if you don't take advantage of this, then what can I do for you?
His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. So dear Bhakti Sastri graduates, let us now hear the graduation address by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj, co-JBC of ISKCON Malaysia and member of Governing Body Commission of ISKCON. Srila Guru Maharaj has always been our pillar of strength and inspiration to initiate this Bhakti Sastri course here in Malaysia. Handing it over to you, Srila Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Namo Krishna Pradaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale
Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine
Namaste Saraswati Deve
Gauravani Pracharine
Nirvisheshasanavadi
Paschatya Deshatarine
Makakaroti Vachalam Yatipatavahan Mande
Shri Gurum Dinatarinam
Paramananda Madhavam
Shri Chaitanya Mishwaram.
Harihi Om Tat Sat. I've seen the two videos are very inspiring.
Seeing the two videos were very inspiring.
The last video of Srila Prabhupada was short and sweet.
The last video of Srila Prabhupada was short and sweet.
But I saw that Srila Prabhupada, he personally was writing every night in Mayapur.
So I saw that Srila Prabhupada, personally, he was writing the books every night in Mayapur.
He come up at midnight and write 3 or 4 that morning.
So he got up in midnight and write up to 3 or 4 in the morning.
He only slept from 10 to 12.
He only slept 10 to 12.
He asked me once, why do you sleep so much?
So he asked me once, why do you sleep so much?
I don't know what to say.
I didn't know what to say.
Even now, my secretary said I need a lot of sleep.
Even now, my secretary said, I need long sleep.
No, I need a lot of sleep.
Looks like I need a lot of sleep.
So he saw that Prabhupada, he did a great sacrifice.
So we saw that Prabhupada, he did this great sacrifice.
And he gave us these books.
To give us these books.
And I'm very glad that to see the first video, how the students appreciated Prabhupada books.
I'm very glad to see the first video, how the students appreciated Srila Prabhupada's books.
How Bhakti Swami Maharaj is teaching and Brihad Bhagavatam. Swami is teaching.
How His Holiness Bhakti Vinasana Narasimha Swami Maharaj is teaching.
How Tyaga Chaitanya is organizing.
How Tyaga Chaitanya Prabhu is organizing.
And also the Mayapur Institute, how their teachers are participating.
How from the Mayapur Institute, all the teachers are participating.
I'm thinking that all our GDC members should see these videos.
I think that all our GVC members should see these videos.
They should understand how important it is to read Srila Prabhupada books.
They should understand how important it is to read Srila Prabhupada's books.
For me, is not as important as hearing from all the devotees.
So hearing from me is not as important as hearing from all the devotees.
When Prabhupada organized a Bhakti Sastri test.
When Prabhupada organized a Bhakti Sastri test
in Mayapur.
In Mayapur.
On one of the Gaur Purnima festivals.
On one of the Gaur Purnima festivals.
And I took the test.
And I took the test.
And I passed.
And I passed.
I received the Bhakti Sastri diploma.
And I received the Bhakti Sastri diploma.
So I'm speaking to you as a fellow Bhakti Sastri.
So I'm speaking to you as a fellow Bhakti Sastri.
But I'm going on, and I want to do my Bhakti Vaibhav, Bhakti Vedanta.
And I'm going on, I want to do my Bhakti Vaibhav and Bhakti Vedanta.
I've already completed part of the Bhakti Vaibhav.
I've already completed a part of the Bhakti Vaibhav.
I'm ready to take my next test.
I'm ready to take my next test.
So I hope that you also like to continue reading and studying Srila Prabhupada books.
I hope that you all also would like to continue reading and studying Srila Prabhupada's books.
And applying the knowledge in your daily life.
And applying the knowledge in your daily life.
So there are many other speakers I don't know how long I should speak for.
So there are many other speakers. I don't know how long am I supposed to speak for.
You know that Lord Chaitanya, he told Bolo Krishna, Raja Krishna, Karo Krishna Shiksha.
So we know that Lord Chaitanya told that Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Koro Krishna Shiksha.
Krishna Shiksha. Prabhupada explained Bhagavad Gita is spoken by Krishna.
And Krishna Shiksha, Srila Prabhupada explains that Bhagavad Gita is spoken by Krishna.
And Srimad Bhagavatam is spoken about Krishna.
And the Srimad Bhagavatam is spoken about Krishna.
Both are Krishna Shiksha.
And both are Krishna Shiksha.
Of course, you studied other books as well.
Of course, you have studied other books as well.
Those are important books, foundational books for Bhakti Yoga.
Those are important books, foundational books for Bhakti Yoga.
So in this way, you're all fully prepared to use this knowledge.
So in this way, you all are fully prepared to use this knowledge
and make a success of your human life.
And make success of your human life.
And carry out the instruction of Lord Chaitanya.
And carry out the instruction of Lord Chaitanya.
And Prabhupada, I was listening that someone said that how we can know Prabhupada through his books.
I was listening there how someone was saying how we can know Prabhupada through his books.
One of his disciples said, well, I only saw Prabhupada a few times.
One of his disciples said that, well, I only saw Srila Prabhupada for a few times.
But I read his books and I get his presence in his books.
And I read his books and I get his presence in his books.
All of you can get Prabhupada's presence through his books.
And all of you can get Srila Prabhupada's presence through his books.
That's why the GDC said that of all the Shiksha gurus in his son, Prabhupada is the preeminent.
So that's why the GBC said, of all the Shiksha gurus in ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada is preeminent.
He's our founder Acharya.
He's our founder Acharya.
I'd like to thank Tyaga Chaitanya, all the teachers.
Again, I'd like to thank Tyaga Chaitanya Das and all other teachers.
All the students.
All the students.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So thank you so much, Srila Guru Maharaj, for the lovely graduation address and for always being a great source of inspiration for all of us. So dear Bhakti Sastri graduates, the time has finally arrived and all of you will be receiving your Bhakti Sastri certificates. So much joy can be seen on your faces despite the mask. The joy is coming beyond the mask. So to officiate the graduation and awards giving ceremony, we would like to invite our guest of honors, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Bhakti Vikna Vinasa Narsingha Maharaj, and His Grace Padmanayan Prabhu to touch the screen with a countdown of 3. So everyone is ready. 1, 2, and 3.
Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnava Vanshan Sri Rupam Chakrajatam Sahagana Raghunathantam त्वं सजीवम् शाद्वैतं
Bhakti Sastri graduation 2021 key. So thank you so much, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Bhakti Vikna Vinasa Narsingha Maharaj, and His Grace Padmanayan Prabhu for officiating the graduation and awards giving ceremony. So dear devotees, we will now begin with the certificate awarding ceremony to the graduates. Now, dear graduates, please kindly take note that all of you will be receiving a certification of completion from Mayapur Institute. Your actual certificate, it's on its way. So once we have received it, the actual Bhakti Sastri certificate will be distributed to all of you. So first, we would like to call upon His Grace Singheshwar Prabhu, Co-Regional Secretary of ISKCON Malaysia, to hand over the certificates to the graduates. First, Bhaktin Devaki Ramasamy. Her Grace Gandharvika Radharani Devi Dasi. Her Grace Hema Champakalata Devi Dasi. His Grace Karunesa Madhavadhas. Bhaktin Kaur Kwan Siu. His Grace Keshava Damodar Das. Her Grace Kundalata Radha Devi Dasi. Her Grace Madhuri Tulasi Devi Dasi. And Her Grace Mahojwala Kalindi Devi Dasi. So we thank His Grace Singheshwar Prabhu. Next, we would like to call upon His Grace Tyaga Chaitanya Prabhu to hand over the certificates to the graduates. Bhaktin Nandini Nair. His Grace Nara Narayan Das. Her Grace Prema Pushkarini Devi Dasi. Bhaktin Punita Guru Swami. Bhaktin Radha Pariksami. His Grace Rama Gopinath Das, His Grace Rukmini Pati Govinda Das, and His Grace Sachinandan Das. So thank you so much, His Grace Tyaga Chaitanya Prabhu. Next, we would like to call upon His Grace Tattvavit Prabhu to hand over the certificates to the graduate. So we have Her Grace Sakya Rasa Devi Dhasi, Bhaktin Sharmini Nagaras, Bhaktin Sri Kayatri Chinnasamy, Her Grace Sundari Gopi Devi Dasi, His Grace Suryanga Chaitanya Das, Bhaktin Tamil Arasi Muttaya, Bhaktin Tanosha Sevalingam. So thank you so much, His Grace Tattvavit Prabhu. So the list is not over yet. So we have our devotee, His Grace Krishna Vraja Sundar Das. They are unable to present for this graduation ceremony physically, so they are attending this ceremony online. So this is His Grace Krishna Vraja Sundar Das. Next, we have Her Grace Vraja Manjari Bhanumati Devi Dhasi. Next, we have Bhaktin Shyamala Raj Subraman. Next, we have Her Grace Sevanandini Sachi Devi Dhasi. And finally, we have Her Grace Sundari Radharani Devi Dasi. So thank you so much, dear Bhakti Sastri graduates. All of you seem to be very happy with your certificates that you have received. With this concludes the awarding of certificates for the Bhakti Sastri graduates of batch 2020-2021. Finally, dear devotees, this is a very important segment. Very important segment to actually recognize all the wonderful devotees who have been the backbone and to ensure that this Bhakti Sastri has been a success. And to acknowledge all the devotees, we would like to call upon His Grace Tyaga Chaitanya Prabhu to conclude tonight's session with a word of thanks. Over to you, Tyaga Chaitanya Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyaiva cha patitanam pavinebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. my wonderful spiritual master, His Holiness Japataka Maharaj Ki Jai, and the entire team that was with us this evening. I just have to now, the formal part is over. Patita Pawan Prabhu, you're not going to sit there. So the formal part is over. Now let's go on to the fun part. Okay. So gratitude and appreciation is an integral part of Vedic culture. Many times, and I repeat, many times, we appreciate devotees only after they have departed. And we have got so many things to say, but we could not say it to them directly. Right? So this is very important because gratitude and appreciation should be built into our heart. So today, the Temple Management Council and the Bhakti Sastri team wishes to acknowledge the commitment, the enthusiasm, the involvement of devotees in the 18 months journey. Now, as said by all of them, His Holiness Narasimha Maharaj, His Holiness Bhakti Brihad Maharaj, His Grace Padmanayan Prabhu, and of course, I'm going to add the Patita Pawan Prabhu and myself. Actually, the thing that we want to express this evening is that we 5 of us who thought on the program benefited the most, because we went back again and again into Srila Prabhupada's purport. Do you agree?
Yes,
Patita
Prabhu,
Pawan
definitely. This is echoing with what His Grace Padmanayan Prabhu and all the Maharaj have mentioned.
Yes, yes.
So I would testify to that. It's not in the
Thank you.
video, it's now.
Correct. The video explained it all. Yeah. So 34 of you gave us this opportunity, and we thank you all very much. Somehow, like in every journey, sometimes in the hurdle, some will trip. So we had 5 of them trip, but that's no, at least they started the journey. But 29 of you completed the race. Congratulations on behalf of all of us.
Hari
Okay?
Bol!
Right? No Haribols.
There can be some excitement.
I
Huh.
told you all the formal part is over. Okay?
So now all of them can be relaxed and be excited about it.
Actually, we thought 40% of the course, Patita Pawan, Prabhu and myself. And I tell you honestly, we fall at your feet to say that you gave us an opportunity to restudy and to be able to share. If any one of us benefited, as said very clearly and loudly, the 5 of us who thought on this program benefited the most. And therefore, if you start your giving, now that you've got, then you will see this big difference. I am very pleased, and Patita Pawan shares this with me. We are very pleased that 11 of you are teaching the Gita Gyan. Start the journey, commit yourselves, push yourselves, and you will be surprised how much the parampara is actually helping us. So Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, be a instrument. What's the
Nimitta
Sanskrit
matram.
word? Nimitta patra. So this is important, to take that bold step. Just go into it, and you'll be surprised how much the parampara strength, how much the strength the spiritual master will give you, and how much Srila Prabhupada is with you. You will be surprised. I took my Bhakti Sastri 29 years ago. For 3 batches in Vrindavan and BIHE, I thought. In Mayapur, I thought management courses because my Guru Maharaj one day said I should do it. So because they pushed me forward, I was happy to do this as a service to my spiritual master. And I want each one of you in this room to take it as your service to the lotus feet of your spiritual master, to the lotus feet of our founder Acharya, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. This is your best offering, to take something and give it what you have got. Right? Agree with me, Patita
Yes,
Pavan
Prabhu. I think those who are teaching the Gita Gyan, now they have a new disease. They can't let go of
They
this.
can't let go. So you become attached. And this is a good attachment. When you get attached here, then you let go the other attachments that is coming with our conditioning. Okay? So this is what we want to do. So this evening, like we said before, we would like to appreciate some of our devotees. But just before that, as a word of thanks, I wish to say our greatest inspiration right from day one in 1992 in Vrindavan, when my wife and I went for Guru Puja, when Srila Jayapataka Maharaj, Guru Maharaj came for the ICC meeting, and he said, so when is your course finishing? And when are you going to share? And that threw me, that was not what I started for. But he put that thought into mind. And today that we are fulfilling as Sri Jagannath Mandir Temple Management Council is fulfilling this wonderful desire as both our great inspirations of our co-GBCs, His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj, as well as His Holiness Banu Maharaj. And wonderful team. And as Patita Pawan was going to say, we wish the next batch we will have the same team. Am I right?
Definitely, Prabhu. As long as you are there, all of us are in.
So that's our greatest inspiration with Srila Prabhupada. We also wish to acknowledge, of course, as we showed in the video, we showed the faculty, the devotee homes that opened the doors for your examinations, the invigilators who did their exams as well as your sloka recital. Like this, so many wonderful things happen. Yeah. Then we also had, right, a strong admin team. We had enthusiastic, amazing 29 devotees who are here today who completed the journey. Right? So we would like to first acknowledge, we wish to invite Gokul Prabhu. Where is
He's the Gokul Prabhu is here.
Prabhu? Gokul Prabhu will be the first. Please come forward. Shimeshwar Prabhu, I'd like you to stand next to me, Shimeshwar Prabhu. Now that I have the mic, then I have also the ability to have everybody next to me.
So Gokul Prabhu
Shimeshwar
had been
Prabhu.
very, very instrumental in the video production, and also
Yes.
have been taking all these wonderful images,
Pictures,
cap
etc.
pictures.
Gokul Prabhu,
Yes,
can you please
he's
come
here, Prabhu.
forward? Oh, there he is. Now you are Gokul Prabhu. Everywhere.
Says Gokul Damodar Prabhu ki.
Yes. He has been there right from the beginning. And you can see Gokul Productions has done the video today. Patita Pawan, myself, we didn't interfere. Prabhu, please stay with us. Next, where is Narayan Prabhu? Narayan Prabhu. Gokul, you have to get Narayan Prabhu here.
So I still remember Prabhu, Narayan Prabhu is always there to open up the gate, and I still remember at every Bhakti Sastri session that we have, Narayan Prabhu without fail will bring both of us Mahaprasad. He's very, very concerned, and he will not be happy if both of us didn't get any prasad. But
Yes.
I think he never failed, Prabhu.
He has never failed to pack 2 meals to come and give it to us to make sure that we had the energy to continue teaching. Right? You see, Gokul, Narayan Prabhu doesn't know this. That's why he's not around. So we are trying to bring him, huh? We're trying to get him down. Ah, here he comes.
Such a simple and humble devotee.
Arranging the rooms for you all to make sure. Come, Narayan Prabhu. Come this way,
Hari
Narayan
Bol.
Prabhu. That's why he didn't know. I told him, not your short pants, not your long pants, not your t-shirt. Narayan Prabhu.
Come, Prabhu, Narayan Prabhu, come.
Stand next here and receive that from.
Hari Bol. Can we give a big round of applause?
We want to thank him because all the arrangements up there for all of you, Prashadam. Thank you, Narayan. Yeah, they don't know, so I'm glad. It's nice when it's spontaneous. Huh? Next, we like to say thank you to Brajan Prabhu.
Bhajan, it's you.
Brajan Prabhu, are you here? Ah, Brajan Prabhu, can you please come? It's not.
Bhajan.
We are not calling your brother. Don't worry. He's Patita Pavan.
Bhajan.
So Brajan also is in our Media Works team. You know, he's always with us. Please receive your gift and appreciation. Thank you very much,
Hari
Prabhu.
Bol.
No, Shimeshwar, don't let him go. Let him go, Shimeshwar. Next, of course, we don't have Krishna Prema Pradaka Prabhu. He helped us, remember, as hosting, right? He started off with Bhakti Briyat Maharaj, and you know how much Bhakti Briyat Maharaj grilled and turned him around and all that and made him a better devotee, right? So we wonder, he's not here. So, but we like to show that we are remembering him. Thank you.
So he
Shimeshwar
has to
Prabhu,
come
for
here,
that.
Prabhu, to collect the gifts.
Sorry?
He have to come here to collect the
Yes.
gifts.
Shantirupa Mataji will make arrangements for it. Padmanetra is also in your Gita Gyan team, right? So next we'd like to invite Amrita and Murali.
Hari
Prabhu.
Bol.
And Amrita and Murali Prabhu. Where is your gift? Yeah. Let them come here. Yes, stand here, please. Yeah. Amrita Mataji, please come. Stand here, please. I will move. Yeah, this is the couple that was the strongest in our admin team. Actually, it was Amrita Mataji and Murali who came up to me and said, Prabhu, just do it. We promise to stay side by side with you from the start to the finish. And they lived to that expectation. Please, both of you, hold together the gift.
Prabhu, the mask off, Prabhu.
Ah, oh yes. You can. Patitapan, you want to say something? Please. We are together.
No, Prabhu, I'll be echoing on the same message, Prabhu.
Okay,
Both of them are
thank you.
always, Mataji
Thank you,
always sends a
Mataji.
message. Whatever service, we're
Oh,
always
I
ready.
didn't want to open it. Actually, it's our beautiful Gaunitai deities. Yeah. Oh, Shimesha wants you to open it. Okay. Right. Both of you. Murali, you don't have to do it alone. No, she can help you. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes when it's difficult to open and then you treasure it. Wow.
Whoa.
Yep, this is our Gaunitai. And you know that once a week, Amrita Mataji is also dressing them. It's a good remembrance. Okay. Thank you. So Amrita Mataji. So the next person that we'd like to invite is actually, you know, Media Works chairman, you know. Yeah, Padmanetra Prabhu.
Hari Bol.
Yeah. Everything that happens, yeah.
The beautiful backdrop, Prabhu.
Everything that happens, who designed this that you
Padmanetra
have
Prabhu.
here? Come, Padmanetra Prabhu, you have to stand here. For once, you see, you don't
Mask
have
off,
to be
Padmanetra
near
Prabhu.
there.
Mask off, please.
Mask, please. Yes. We all want to see all your handsome faces.
Jai ho.
Before you take the gift, stomach in, please. Yeah, that's better. So it is the same. So you need not open it because it's the same. So we made sure.
So
That's a
Padmanitra
good,
Prabhu
good
is
smile, Padmanitra Prabhu.
yeah. Padmanitra
Now-
Prabhu's smile is for a mile.
Yes. And Patita Pavan Prabhu, what do we have to say about? Sorry, Prabhu. Oh, yeah, he should open and take. Okay. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Shimeshwar Prabhu. Yes, I agree with that. Patita Pavan, what word do we say about Patmanitra Prabhu? We usually something about. Oh, Dronacharya.
Yeah,
Oh,
Dronacharya.
wow. Okay. Patita Pavan Prabhu and myself used to say, he is a 24/7. You call him any time, he will say yes. And then I hear the two children making noise slowly. I say, your kids are. Yes, yes, Prabhu.
And Prabhu always comes up with brilliant ideas and
Yes.
suggestions. Prabhu.
So we didn't post this at all in the social media because we wanted it your surprise. Thank you, Padmanetra Prabhu. I'll give you a hug after COVID is over.
He's blushing, Prabhu.
Okay. Next, we also would like to, we have something for a surprise. Remember, we had one surprise at the corner there somewhere. Yeah. Yeah. Is that the corner one? Yeah. Please come and give it to Shimeshwar Prabhu. Okay. Whose is that, Prabhu? What name is that, Prabhu? Ati Sundara Mataji. Anybody knows about Ati Sundari Mataji? Oh, Padmanetra Prabhu, it's your wife, Prabhu. Please come and receive it on behalf of her. You see, when you do 24/7, now we also, remember, behind every man is a successful man is a woman, and behind every successful woman is a man. Yeah. Come, Padma, this way, Padmanetra Prabhu. Yeah, yeah. No mask also. Now the graduation is over, so that's why we have it. Now this is for his wife. Prabhu, don't take it for her. Give it to her, please. Huh? Yeah. Wait, I will check it also. Oh, okay. Patita Pavan, you want to say something about that? Okay. So, you see, we want to appreciate her for allowing him by running the whole family. We want to say thank you, Prabhu, because actually sometimes the wives don't get appreciated, or sometimes, sorry, sometimes even the husbands don't get appreciated. Thank you, Padmanetra Prabhu. I'll call your wife tomorrow just to check, Prabhu. Okay. The next we would like some. We have. Yeah. I'm looking because I'm also looking. We want to acknowledge a Siddhi Sadhana Prabhu. Siddhi Sadhana Prabhu. Gokul, you are around or not, Gokul? Gokul, you're taking all the pictures. Santi Rupa Mataji, can you take on behalf of Siddhi Sadhana Prabhu? Look at what we have set up here. It is Siddhi Sadhana Prabhu's in all our festivals, etc. Right? Mataji, please. Mataji, you have to take your mask out, Mataji. We know you're a doctor, but yeah. Yeah. Why? Because we want to acknowledge whatever Siddhi Prabhu does, he makes sure that it's one of the best for the spiritual master and Prabhupada and for the Lord. Okay. So next one we have, next we like to invite, wow, Santi Rupa Mataji.
Jai.
She has been part of the admin strong team with us. Yeah, she has been with us. Right, as you all know, when we first started promoting, Mataji was doing for all the Matajis that I was doing for all the Prabhus. We all opened up our house for exams. Please come here, Mataji. We opened up our houses for exams. Right, many things we all opened up our. Thank you, Mataji, for being part
All
of
of us
the
can
team.
actually clap for all the recipients. Actually.
So you found just now I broke the ice because when we had the Arati done, the entire Bhakti Sastri team was there to do the Arati. See, this is how we should learn to appreciate each other. It's not me, it's not you, it's us. Okay, it's us. Okay, then next we have, wow, we have, oh, okay. We have Basantarak Mataji. Wow.
Haribo.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised. What's that? Don't you shouldn't be looking at all that. Basantarak Mataji, would you come here? She's my good wife. She's here because 40% of the classes was taught by Patita Pawan and myself. And to make sure that we have enough energy, Chimeshwar Prabhu, she cooked a nice prasadam for me and Patita Pawan Prabhu while we had classes in my house. And
Agree to that, Prabhu. Agree to that.
Yeah, Patita Pawan, you will say because I shouldn't speak.
I
Okay,
love
I'll
the
leave
pita
it.
bread, Mataji. And your dosa is amazing. I don't want to bring out the list because so many.
So she made sure, because of 4 hours of classes, she made sure that she fed us so that the classes, we had enough energy. So as I said just now, not just Padmanetra Prabhu's wife, also Tyaga Chaitanya's wife was a pillar of strength. Yeah? Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Who else do we have? Finally, I have the task to do myself now.
So next we would like to actually appreciate His Grace Singheshwar Prabhu. Just like how Maharaj and Padmanabhan Prabhu mentioned that they need a strong leadership backbone.
Stand next to me, not this way. We always co-facilitate, Yeah. So he always asks me, so which part of the journey are you? How far are you? So this push, inspiration comes from Chimeshwar Prabhu. And actually he personally called me up when we said we completed. He said, really, huh? You're completed, huh? And I thought, wow, that was a great gesture. Thank you, Prabhu.
So now Prabhu can open and see.
No, we are not going to allow that. Yeah. So finally, Amita Mataji, you can take this from, yeah. Amita Mataji. So now we have last one, Chimeshwar Prabhu. We have one last one. This is my co-facilitator. Okay, 40% we taught together. So you can go that side, Prabhu, now. Yeah. Shimeshwar likes you to open up, Yes, yes. So he has been all of you know, he has been side by side with me, right? And we accomplished. Now, His Holiness, Srila Jayapataka Swami, my Guru Maharaj, has made a ruling as much as possible that Mayapur Institute must make sure that we develop local talents to take over 50, 60, 70% of the teaching. And it's because of that push only, Patita Pawan Prabhu, myself started it. And he co-facilitated with me. And thank you, Patita Pawan Prabhu. You shouldn't let go and run away here and there. Thank you for being my co-facilitator. Thank you very much. So that brings us to the end of our program.
Just 1 minute.
Anybody that I've missed?
So this one is for His Grace Tyaga Chaitanya Prabhu.
Haribo! Can we have the loudest Haribo?
Doing everything very nicely. So Prabhupada's in Malaysia book, you will read one chapter. He said, whatever you do it nicely. So I see this in Tyaga Chaitanya Prabhu's example.
Haribo. So His Grace Tyaga Chaitanya Prabhu, not yet over. Could you just stand in the center for? Okay. So yes, bro. Yeah, thank you. No, not yet, bro. So His Grace Tyaga Chaitanya Prabhu. So His Grace Tyaga Chaitanya Prabhu had been the backbone. So even though Prabhu claims that we did the 40%, Prabhu did the 40%. I am just the facilitator helping Prabhu to take the pen, put the mouse, log in to Zoom.
That's a lie. That's definitely you all know that.
So Prabhu, there is a special offering from the students, Prabhu. So we have Her Grace Gandharvika Radharani Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu, on behalf of the graduating batch of 2021, we would like to appreciate and express our gratitude to the both of you, actually. Thank you for being very patient with us. Thank you for guiding us every step of the journey. We are truly very, very grateful towards the both of you. And as a small token of appreciation,
I'm just announcing. Okay, we have Karunesa Prabhu. Jai Hari Bol. So this is the wonderful tradition of the students appreciating their teachers.
Prabhu, teachers.
Teachers.
Teachers. Can
I'm
you
the
please
teachers.
come here?
Now I'm Prabhu's shadow.
No, come, Prabhu. Come, Prabhu.
So now it's my turn. This is Patita Pavan Chaitanya Prabhu. If you all have not heard of him, Dr. Patita Pavan Chaitanya Prabhu. Yeah. So please, I'll let you handle.
Come, Keshwar Damodar Prabhu will offer talent.
Now you can take a picture of both of us. I know Prabhupada is there. Yes, we'll go further.
Because we know the Bhakti Sastri team will finish faster. So dear devotees, thank you so much for all the devotees on our Zoom and also those who have joined us in Facebook Live. Thank you so much for being there, for all your prayers, for all your words of encouragement to the Bhakti Sastri graduates. So we hope all these Bhakti Sastri graduates are your role model. So please join them in this journey of studying Srila Prabhupada's books. Yes, and the best way to start is by taking part in teaching in Gita Gyan. So thank you so much, dear devotees.
Jolene Mataji, this is your first time on a sari, right? No. Okay. Jolene Mataji, just see what she has done for Srila Prabhupada. Gone into Vedic